Hello everyone, I am Veena Gandhi. Once again welcome you all in part 3 of functions in a C. In this video you will learn the topic recursive functions. The topics covered in this video are what do you mean by recursive function, then types of recursion, examples of recursion using C program and assignment on about topic. What is the recursion and what do you mean by recursive function? The process in which a function calls itself directly or indirectly is called as recursion, and the corresponding function is known as recursive function. Now, recursion cannot be applied to the all problem, but it is more useful for the tasks that can be defined in terms of similar subtasks. For example, if you divide the complex task into small sub-problems, again sub-problem can be divided into again smaller subtasks, and if each subtask is of similar type, then we can use recursion in that case. For example, recursion may be applicable or suitable for the cases like sorting, merge sort, quick sort, binary search, and traversal problems like DFS, in order, pre-order traversals, where recursion is mostly used, where tasks can be tasks that can be defined with its similar subtasks, and we can use the recursion. Some famous example of recursion are Towers of Hanoi, Factorial, Fibonacci series, etc. Now recursion reduces the length of the code, but it requires more memory. Now any problem which can be solved by recursion can be also solved by using iteration. Types of recursion. There are two types of recursion, direct recursion and indirect recursion. Direct recursion. If the function definition contains a function call for itself, it is known as direct recursion. For example, here in function definition, there is a call for function itself. It is known as direct recursion. Means when function call itself multiple times, it is known as direct recursion. Now in indirect recursion, if the function fun1 calls another function fun2 and function fun2 calls the function fun1, it is known as indirect recursion. Here you can see an example. Fun1 function contains the call for fun2, and fun2 function contains the function call for fun1. Means fun1 call indirectly fun2 and fun2 call fun1 indirectly. Criteria for recursive function. Every recursive function must satisfy some rules. Let us see what are the rules. A recursive function must have at least one base condition or stopping condition that must be satisfied to stop the recursion or to terminate the recursion. Otherwise, recursive function will call itself infinitely until a stack flow or memory flow error occurs. Second, define the recursive case. Must means define the problem in terms of smaller subproblems. We divide the complex problem into subproblems, again subproblem into again smaller subproblems into smaller version of itself, and all these subproblems should be of similar type. Then call the function recursively to solve its subproblem. Means combine the solutions of all subproblems to get the final result. Then third condition, each time a function is called recursively, it must be near or closer to the solution. We have a criteria for recursive function. Now recursive function does not contain any while loop or do while loop or for loop, because it calls itself recursively. So there is no need of iterative statement in a recursive functions. Let's see example of recursive function. Here I have shown the example of factorial, how to find factorial of a number. So first include the header file stdio.h file. In that we define two variables n and f. N for number for which we want to find factorial, f collects the result. Then define the function, declare the function factorial, fact function, which accept the one integer and return the integer value. Then printf interval number whose factorial we want to calculate. And read that number by using scanf function, scanf%d %n. And we call the function fact by passing the value of n. So control will come to the fact function here. Now in fact function, if n equal to 0, then return 1. Else if n equal to 1, then return 1. They are the what base condition or terminating condition or stopping condition. When n becomes 1, we have to n becomes 0 or 1, we have to stop. Else return n into fact of n minus 1. It's a recursive case. Means we call the function itself by into fact of n minus 1. Let's see in the example here. We take the value of n equal to 5, and base condition is what? If when n becomes 0 or 1, then we stop the recursion. So here we call the function fact of 5. Now n is not equal to 1, so it will go to the recursive case as n into fact of n minus 1. So 5 into fact of 5 minus 1 is a fact of 4. Okay. Now again it will call the function for the value of 4. So it will give return 4 into fact of 3, because 3 is not equal to 1. So it will call again recursively. Again return 3 into fact of 2. Again 2 into fact of 1. Now here n becomes 1. So we get the stopping condition. So recursion stops here. It will give what? Return 1. And so 1 value is multiplied with the 2 to get the answer 2. And this 2 is used in here to get the answer of what? 6. Again this 6 will be used in here fact of 3 to get the answer of what? Fact of 4, 24. Again this 24 is used in here to get the answer 120. Means we combine all the solutions to get the final result. Let us see another example. Program to find sum of natural numbers using recursion. Now first include the header file #include stdio.h file. Now here I have defined the recursive function before the main. So in main there is no declaration of the function declaration. Now in main function, declare a variable n having value 10. Means we want to find sum of first 10 numbers. Printf sum equal to %d, call the function recursive sum. We pass the n here. Now control will go from main function to recursive function. In recursive function, with function name is rec sum, it accepts n and return the int value. Now if n is less than equal to 1, then return 1. This is the base condition or stopping condition. When n becomes 1, we are returning the value n. Else call the function recursively. So return n plus recursive sum of n minus 1. I have run the program here. It shows the output of first 10 numbers is 55. Means how it works. So first we call recursive sum of 10. Then function will go, then control will go into recursive sum. N is not equal to 1. So again it will call what? 10 plus recursive sum of 9. Again 9 is not equal to 1. So again it will call 10 plus 9 plus recursive sum of 8. Then 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus recursive sum of 7. Like this it will continue till the n becomes 1. When n becomes 1, it combines all the sum of all the natural numbers like 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus up to 1. So it shows 55. Let us see assignment. Short question. What is the recursion? What are types of recursion? Long questions. Explain the recursive function with example. Write a recursive function to find GCD of two numbers. Write recursive function to find x raised to y. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.